One common problem in research writing is the use of expressions that are not formal enough. There are 5 ways that this goes wrong. First, the use of apostrophes. Next, the use of abbreviations. Then the use of slang or informal terms. And finally, the incorrect use of rhetorical questions. There are 2 reasons to use apostrophes. First, to show possession of something, and second, to show the omission of some letters. In both cases, they're avoidable. If we omit letters, we can simply write the full form. And in this case, if we look at the example, the test results were generally positive. Here it's showing possession, and in fact, we can just reverse the order of test and results. And rather than saying test's results, we can say the results of the test. In short, we can avoid apostrophes in almost all cases. The problem with abbreviations is that they need to be defined on first usage. When we look at the example here, we can see we have LLMs, but we don't have any definition for it. The way to change this is easy. Simply write the full form first and follow that by putting the abbreviation in brackets. This way all readers can understand the meaning. Slang is the informal language that may only be understood by a small group of people. We can see in this example we have our model gave crazy good accuracy. Maybe it's possible to guess the meaning, but it's not the typical way of using it for most people. So what we have to do is use more standard formal terminology. In this case, our model achieved significantly higher accuracy. Informal terms need to be avoided in research writing. And what this usually means is we switch out the informal word for a slightly more formal version. Here in the example we can see the informal term lots of, and simply we replace that with many. Rhetorical questions tend only to be used by the experts, and even then they're rarely used. Our advice would be avoid writing rhetorical questions in your graduation thesis or research writing. You can see the example here. It begins with the question, which system setup was the fastest, A or B? This can simply be avoided by writing it as a declarative statement. System setup A was the fastest.